Over here we have the Haley, the most dangerous Animal Crossing species there is, and she's gazing upon the waterfalls here on Kakariko Isle. Now, we have to be— Oh!
Oh, hey, what's
She
up, y'all?
spotted us! We must leave now! Hello Hylians, and welcome back to another Animal Crossing video. It is quite a lovely day here on Kakariko Isle. The leaves are turning orange, the fall breeze is blowing in, and honestly, I'm really ready to decorate. I'm also very excited because today we are remaking one of my favorite villages in Breath of the Wild, and that village is no other than the Kakariko Village, and I'm also really sorry if I mispronounce it in any way. I don't mean any disrespect. Excuse that balloon, but as I was saying, I am really excited to start doing this, so let's just go ahead and get into it. Now, if you've never played Legend of Zelda before and you have no idea what the hell is going on, then do not fret. I will explain to you what the Kakariko Village is and how we're going to fit it into this Animal Crossing island. Now, this village is reoccurring in a lot of Legend of Zelda games. It's basically a village that is a hub for a lot of the quests in Legend of Zelda, and that's one of the reasons why I love it, is the nostalgia that comes with it, and it also has a lot of beautiful cultural aspects to it, which I absolutely adore. However, it is quite a big village, excuse Rolf, but we're going to have to do a lot of squishing in, so unfortunately there is only going to be 2 houses in this village, but do not fret, we're going to have a lot more villages later on. Also, because it is such a big village, I already completed all of the terraforming for it, so all we have to do is lay down some paths and some furniture. So let's go ahead and get started on decorating the Kakariko Village. In this clip, you can see in the corner that there's a ramp right there, but I ended up moving it actually like 3 times, I'm not even joking. I ended up wasting more than 100,000 bells on this thing. I was kind of struggling with the placement of stuff in this village. I wanted it to be so accurate that I was kind of being hard on myself, but honestly, I'm just really glad that I didn't give up on it. One of my biggest wishes ever is to have an update where you can just move the inclines and the bridges wherever you want, and you don't lose all of those bells that you just spent all of it on. I really wish they would add that feature because honestly, I really mess up on bridges and inclines a lot. Y'all, let me know down in the comments what updates y'all want, because I feel like there's so many that they missed out on. I feel like I complain about this game a lot, but I really love it. It's one of my favorite games of all time. It's so special to me. I just wish they would focus more on it and update it more, you know what I mean? Literally says every Animal Crossing player ever. I'm not even joking. Every Animal Crossing video that I watch, they always bring up like the updates and stuff. Honestly though, come on Nintendo, please give us something to work with. But anyways, enough complaining. I logged off for the day, and the next day the incline was demolished. And by the way, that stuff in the background, all that furniture, it's just like, I like to place the furniture where I begin building because it helps me kind of organize better with what furniture I want to use. But anyways, I was looking through my reference pictures for the village, and I noticed there is a river running through the village, so I decided to switch up my tea party area, and of course, I'm kind of having a bit of a problem. So I think it was the first 2 episodes was when I built the campsite area and the tea party area. I actually really don't like them at all. I really don't like those areas. They're not really Breath of the Wild themed, so we may or may not change it in the future. Just, prepare for it. I know I've been changing a lot of stuff on this island, and I'm really sorry about that, but I feel like every time I look at it like a different day from when I built it, I'm like, okay, well, this is kind of ugly now. I'll try to do better about that, I promise, but as you can see in this clip, I am planting some pumpkins for the pumpkin area in Kakariko Village. And then I start terraforming for the river throughout the village, and I am so sorry, I'm just all over the place in this video. I didn't really have a plan for this video, and I'm kind of just winging it right now. As you can see, I did end up going up to the tea party area and cutting down a tree so I could make some waterfalls so that the river looked a little more natural in the village. I don't know why I have such an obsession with like water features in Animal Crossing. They are so loud in game. It's actually insane. They give me a headache all the time, but they're just so beautiful. I also ended up using the Red Zen bridge for the first time. I've never used it before because it is the most expensive bridge in the game, and honestly, it's a lot of commitment to get it finished. But luckily, somehow I did end up with CJ and Flick on my island like back to back for like 4 days straight, and I was so happy about that. But in this clip, you can see that I started terraforming a river around a tiny island, and this is because there is a shrine in the village with a little river around it and some tiki torches. I actually ended up getting a lot of inspiration from this picture, and this shrine was by Hylian Leah, and I actually think it's the most accurate one I've seen. I did end up doing mine a little bit differently, but I did use the same items that they used. Man, I remember when I first started playing Breath of the Wild, I really couldn't get a grip on the game at first, and I would always die all the time. So I would just spend all of my days in like the Hatino village or the Kakariko village, and I would just literally mess with the chickens and like just literally fool around all the time. I love that game so much. I am going to confess something. I have unfortunately never finished Breath of the Wild. I always only do like 2 of the Divine Beast, and then I'm like, I don't want to beat it though because then I will probably never play again. I don't know why my mindset is so stuck on like not completing games. I feel like after I complete a game, it's just like it'll just disappear or something. Okay, I've been playing Minecraft for, let's see, I've been playing it since 2010, and I've never beaten the Ender Dragon or anything like that. I just love, like, fooling around in games, just doing some straight up tomfoolery. I hate when games get serious because then I'm like, ugh, it's just so sad, I can't play it anymore. But honestly, my plan for Animal Crossing is to finish my island, and then once I finish my island, I'm gonna start a new gaming series. I just don't want to keep doing Animal Crossing content. I want to branch out to different games also. And hey, maybe I'll do a Breath of the Wild series and I'll finally beat the game. Who knows? But let me know down in the comments what you would like to see on my channel, and I will take any suggestions. I honestly love any and all games. Even if they are beatable games, I will still beat them and still play them. But let's come back to Animal Crossing. So I did end up terraforming a lot more stuff here, but right here is where I want to put Impa's house. And Impa is a character from Legend of Zelda who resides in the Kakariko Village, and she's actually the leader slash elder of this village. And her house honestly just looks awesome because it's on a cliff with some waterfalls. It just looks so magical. But the villager that I wanted to be Impa was actually Shino, and I really wanted her so bad. But I did end up making a YouTube short of me villager hunting for her, and this is one of the things I really wanted to talk about in this video. I'm really disappointed in half of the Animal Crossing community because I got a lot of hate comments for leaving a specific villager, and that villager is Zucker. And I know he is a very cute villager. He's like one of my favorites also, but the thing is, some of these comments were actually very aggressive and rude, and I ended up having to remove some of them. And I wanted to talk about it on here because I do not stand for bullying at all. And I did expect people to be, upset that I might have left their favorite villager behind, but I didn't expect people to come into my comments and call me stupid and dumb. No, I'm not really affected by those words. They don't really mean that much to me, but it really pissed me off because if this was said to someone who can't handle these situations well, if they're more sensitive or if they're younger than me, for instance, then that would turn out very, very bad. Also, the comments that I put in this video were not the very rude comments. Only one of them was like super rude. But the thing is, one comment can literally affect like someone so much. So I just want to remind everyone to be kind, and if you are going to be part of the Hylian community, just stay kind and be nice to people in the comment section. I just don't want to see that hate on my page. But anyways, enough of that. Let's get back to Animal Crossing. So I started building a little like cooking slash eating area because in the Kakariko Village there is an area where you can get a quest here, and I wanted to recreate it. And I know it is supposed to be by Impa's house, and the shrine is also supposed to be in front of Impa's house, but some of these areas I can't really make it like that without having to get rid of some of the areas on my island that were already built. So I just don't want to change that much stuff about my island, and I really like the layout that I've made for this village. So sorry if it upsets anyone, if anything is in the wrong place. I don't mean to upset anyone about it, but I am honestly really proud of how this village turned out, and it's probably one of my favorite areas on my island so far. Also, if you couldn't tell, I really love the campfire cookout item in this game. I think it matches the aesthetic of my island so well. Going back to the front of Impa's house, I decided to put Millie's plum trees over here. And Millie's plum trees is basically a few trees in the Kakariko Village, and they're in a fenced area, and you cannot step near them or step on them because these trees are very special to Millie, and I just think she's so sweet and so caring. I love her. In this clip, you can see me going up to the farm, and that is because I decided to move the carrots down to this cooking area right here because there is an area in the Kakariko Village where there is a carrot farm, but I couldn't fit it in anywhere, so I just decided to make a tiny area for them. Now that I'm looking at it, I'm probably going to go back in the game and add more bamboo trees around because they look really good. Going back to the plum tree area, I decided to put these log fences down, but later they will be changed to barbed wire fences. The next day, I started laying down paths throughout the village, and as you can see, I did lay down a little wooden plank area, and this area, I wanted it to be a house at first, but then I decided to change it to a tiny little shopping area because there is a lot of shops in the Kakariko Village, so I just wanted to make a little outdoor food market type thing right here. I did use a lot of custom designs made by other players, so I will put that in the description so y'all can use them too because they're absolutely beautiful, especially these little market seller things. They're actually umbrellas with a custom design, which I don't even know how they even did this because I cannot do custom designs. The talent that these people have is crazy. I decided to put the purple eggplants on display because I thought they looked like bokoblin guts, and I think they look so perfect. In this area, I put down a little chicken fence because there is a quest in Kakariko Village where you go retrieve all the chickens. I did put down some chickens, and it turns out they're actually Stardew Valley chickens, which I just now realized, but it's okay. I love Stardew Valley, so I started laying down these barbed wire fences because I finally got the recipe for them, and I just loved how they look so much. The wood on it is just perfect. Back over by the statue here, I decided to add a little canvas because of this dude named Pick and Go, and he's usually around here painting or around different areas painting around the Breath of the Wild map, and he's one of my favorite characters. I love him so much. Y'all know how I said I wanted Shino to be Impa? Well, I didn't end up finding her on my villager hunts, and nobody, literally nobody, wants to move out of this island, so I just decided to settle with Chester, and I absolutely love him. He's so adorable, but if Shino ever pops up on my island, he's gone. I'm sorry. I'm also not sure what Shino's house looks like, but Chester's looks so perfect here. It literally looks so good. Over by this area right here, I decided to clear out an area so that we could come up here and go to a different area that we're going to build soon. There is a way to get to the fairy fountain in Breath of the Wild from the Kakariko Village, but I did not think of that when I was making the fairy fountain, so I just decided to make a tiny little path beside the cooking area. So that's the path to the fairy fountain. For the area in front of Impa's house, I decided to do a little deck area for the villager, and I love doing these small little areas for my villagers. I just think they're so special and so cute, and I love when they interact with them too. I also absolutely love doing matching color scheme flowers for each area. And for this village area, I decided to do red, oranges, and blacks because that kind of is like the color theme in Breath of the Wild for this village. So I just think the color schemes look so perfect, and I love color schemes so much. I ended up getting the most perfect furniture before starting on this village too, and I'm so happy about that. It is finally time to tour my recreation of the Kakariko Village. I am so excited, I can't wait for y'all to see it, so let's just get right into it. And I'm still so very in love with this entrance right here. And I also added these little fairy lights at the entrance as well. Then over here we have this cute little gazebo, which I absolutely love. And then over here I added a little outfit thing over here because this is the outfit of the guards. And one of the guards do give you the chicken quest. Also, this area is blank because there is going to be a house there, but none of the villagers want to move out, so right now it is just a blank space. I do really want a chicken villager to live there though. Moving back over here, I added a little washing area by the river, and here is my favorite part of the village. This little lookout area onto the statue slash shrine down there. It looks so good. Over here is our tiny little cooking area, which I actually really love because to the right you can see the fairy fountain kind of peeking out, and it looks so cute. I love it so much. And yes, this is the way to the fairy fountain from the Kakariko Village. And heading back, let's go down this ramp over here. First, I'm gonna show y'all the left side. So here is the little statue that I built, and I'm actually really proud of it. I think it looks absolutely perfect. I don't know if you can see the bridge that's behind it, but there is a bridge behind it. Let me go ahead and show y'all what it looks like because I did end up doing the flat bridge just because behind there is supposed to be another build that we're gonna be working on in the future, and it just makes sense to have the flat bridge rather than the little curved Zen bridge. Moving on to the left side, here is this little painting area, and usually there's a chicken over here too, so I added that in. And then over here, unfortunately, I did not get any items that resembled the plum trees that were supposed to go here, but when I get those items, I will fill them in and they will look perfect, but for now it is blank. Okay, and here is another one of my favorite areas, Impa's house. Oh my goodness. I just love how it turned out on here. I really didn't think the waterfalls were gonna look good, but they actually look perfect, and I absolutely love how it turned out. I love it so much. Also, behind the house, just ignore it. I didn't add anything behind it because it's for a future project behind there. So let's just move down to here, and here is the front of Impa's house and the shop, which I'm really proud of how it turned out. I think it looks really accurate to the game, just not the placement of the items, but I love how it turned out. I did add a seat over here for Millie to sit on. Oh, and since Chester's in his house, why don't we go visit him real quick? Here is the inside of his little house. This is just the default house for him. I do not have the Happy Home expansion, so I won't be decorating inside any of the houses. But let's go ahead and move on back to the right side of the village. And over here I made this ramp which goes up to a little area with Hetsu in it. I did do it to where you can take a picture, but it only does it when you sit down for some reason. But that's fine. There's my little face and there's his little maracas. I love it so much. It looks adorable. Over here we have a little designation signpost pointing to this area over here, which is a future project to work on. But I am honestly really proud of how this turned out. Everything looks pretty accurate to the game, and there's only a few things that I would probably go back and change, but honestly, I'm really proud of how it turned out, and I hope y'all are too. I also really hope that y'all enjoy the longer length videos. This video is way longer than the previous videos I've made, so let me know down in the comments if you like longer videos or shorter videos. Yeah, I was tired of my house looking like this, so I decided to change it with whatever furniture I had. I didn't really care if it looked bad because honestly I was just sick of looking at this. But I decided to do my house like the inside of the Great Deku Tree from Breath of the Wild because you'll understand why in the future, but what inspired me to do this was because I had gotten this beautiful wallpaper, but I don't have any matching floors, so it's gonna look a little awkward for right now, but in the future I will change it. Now this is what the inside of the Deku tree looks like, so I tried my best to recreate it in this. I had put this log rug in the middle because I thought it was so adorable, and then I started adding these mushroom stools and they are so cute. I love all of the DIY recipes with the mushrooms. Honestly, I didn't really know what to put in here, so I started making some green hay bales to put in the backside of the room just to fill out the room a little bit more. And of course I had to add some pot in. Well, more than one of course. And I did end up moving them several times. Ugh, and I'm just obsessed with all of these mushroom items. I also really love the ceiling and wall items. I've never gotten a ceiling item, but when I do, I will get it and add it in here. And hey, you know what? Harv still hasn't gone to my island. Oh, Patty! I really don't like when villagers visit. I'm sorry. Hi! Oh, hey, actually, the last time she's been in here was when my house was a mess, so I'm glad she's here to see my new house. Sorry, just seeing if I could add anything else in here. Well, doesn't look like it. Hey, Patty. I had a sneaky suspicion you might be home. Alright. Give it a wait, what? It's not poisonous or anything? Wait, what? What does she mean by that? Like, hello? You randomly just came into my house, gave me a peach, and told me it's not poisonous? Girl, I've never had this happen before. I don't know. I'm really scared to eat that, so I'm just not going to. Let's just not worry about Patty and her attempted murder on me, and look at this beautiful house. Yep, this is it. And this is also the end of the video. I really hope y'all enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. I really appreciate every one of you, and I did just hit 60 subscribers. And that might not seem like a lot to you, but it's a lot to me, and if 60 people came up to me in real life and said that they loved my channel, then I would absolutely freak out. So I really appreciate all of you, and I cannot wait to see y'all in the next one. So remember to take care of yourself, drink some water, and bye-bye!